The streets of Sheffield fell silent on the evening of February 10th, 2025. A chill hung in the air, but the source of the sudden unease wasn't the weather. At the Gateway building on Broad Street, a tense scene was unfolding. Armed police had surrounded the building. A man, reportedly possessing weapons, had barricaded himself inside. He posed a danger to himself, according to police reports. The situation was volatile, a powder keg of fear and uncertainty. News traveled fast in the digital age. Social media lit up with updates and speculation. Residents watched with bated breath as the standoff stretched from minutes into hours. The Gateway building, normally a hive of activity, stood eerily still, a stark silhouette against the darkening sky. The city held its breath, hoping for a peaceful resolution. The situation at Gateway building demanded a measured and cautious response. The South Yorkshire Police Force rose to the challenge. Specialised units were deployed, each member trained for high-risk scenarios. Negotiators skilled in the art of de-escalation were brought in. Their mission was clear: bring the standoff to a peaceful end. Communication was key. Assistant Chief Constable Hayley Barnett addressed the public, reassuring them that every effort was being made to ensure a safe and swift resolution. The impact of the standoff rippled through the community. Residents of the Gateway building were evacuated, forced to leave behind their belongings and seek refuge at the Ponds Forge Sports Centre. Around 80 people were displaced, many arriving with only the clothes on their backs. Some were without essential medication. The disruption to their lives was immediate and profound. The evacuation of the Gateway building was just the beginning. The nearby Pinnacle's student accommodation, home to Sheffield Hallam University students, was placed under lockdown. Students were instructed to stay inside and use a specific exit. Frustration grew as the hours ticked by with little information. Their academic schedules were disrupted, adding to the stress and uncertainty. Sheffield Hallam University acknowledged the situation, offering support to affected students. The standoff impacted the city's infrastructure as well. Road closures snarled traffic, turning the evening commute into a logistical nightmare. Sheffield Parkway, a major artery, was closed between Park Square Roundabout and Derek Dooley Way. Tram services ground to a halt, leaving commuters stranded. The city, normally a symphony of motion, was brought to a standstill. The standoff had become a city-wide ordeal. The Sheffield standoff, though an isolated incident, cast a long shadow. It underscored the challenges law enforcement faces in maintaining order in urban environments. The incident also highlighted the delicate balance between ensuring public safety and preserving community trust. Open communication and transparency were crucial in managing the crisis and mitigating fear. The standoff came on the heels of another tragedy that had shaken Sheffield. Days earlier, a 15-year-old boy, Harvey Wilgoose, was fatally stabbed at All Saints Catholic High School. Hundreds had marched against knife crime, demanding action and justice. The stabbing, though unrelated to the standoff, amplified concerns about community safety. It served as a stark reminder of the complex issues facing cities today. The need for dialogue, understanding, and collective action had never been greater.